Hey y'all, it's your girl Stephanie. This is Wrestling Color Podcast right here on YouTube. Make sure you thumbs up this video. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Pinterest so you can look at the cute pictures I post. What else we got going on? Make sure you do all those things. For those that stuck around during this little hiatus, I appreciate you. Keep on sticking around. Anybody want to join in. What have I been doing? This is my last semester of this illustrious educational journey. So it's a little more light work this go round. So I'll be able to post at least, once a week is my goal, if not twice. And do like bombs of podcasts. What else we got going on? My boo. My son, he's doing well. He got my TV, and I bought me a 70-inch TV. I don't know if I probably should have bought that. That's a lot of TV. It barely fit on my TV stand, but whatever. I got it anyway. I deserve it. Whatever. What else? That's really it. So I've been doing things just like y'all, keeping busy, doing what I need to do, focusing and functioning. So what are we here for? You see the picture. Vince McMahon has returned. And this isn't going to be long because I already talked about where I was with the whole Vince McMahon situation. It was 5 months ago that I last posted The Real Don Draper, which is a character from Mad Men Part 1 and Part 2, of basically explaining he got put out. He was out there fucking him and John Laurinaitis. They was violating the ethical codes and clauses. He was using money from the company to pay off the chick that he was boning. You all seem to be excited when you found out it was a black woman. I'm really not really sure why that was an area of excitement for some people. But that's where we had left off. And even in that time, it was the last thing I posted on the page, on the podcast, was what's his name? Tony Khan being a pushover after I can't remember these people's names. After Old, Tired, and Hungry ate that muffin and basically ran him down at the conference. And we've been getting CM Punk news since then. Who gives a fuck? Honestly, I do not. So anyway, now Vince McMahon's back. He basically ran a coup. That's basically what he did, okay? The guy is his company. He wanted back in. He owns a majority of the stock. He wants to be chairman on the board. He sent a letter. There was some letters going around that got online. Essentially, he let the board know, hey, I'm over here. This is what I'm finna do. The board was like, nah, we good. We don't need you to come over here and do nothing. He was like, yeah, well, I'm going to do it anyway. And if you want to do anything further, you might as well let me go ahead and do what I'm finna do, because I own most of the stock and I'm not going to let nothing go on if I can't do what I want to do. So he essentially came back, changed laws, changed bylaws and rules, fired people, put his own people back in, and now he's reinstalled back as chairman of the board. If this isn't indicative of the things that I talk about here at this podcast, because politics always meshes into sports, pro wrestling, whatever. Vince McMahon is essentially walking white supremacy. I know y'all don't like hearing that term, but anytime you can go and do the things that this old motherfucker has done and still sit your ass at the head of the table as if nothing's going on, that's a bold motherfucker there. You hear me? He shouldn't even be able to smell the leather seats down in Connecticut or wherever that fucking WWE headquarters is located. But he can do that because he's a billionaire, and billionaires are untouchable. I.e. Donald Trump should be in jail, but is not. Because who knows? Then they put out his taxes. We talking about Trump real quick. Put the man taxes out. He pays $750 worth of taxes. I pay more taxes than billionaire former president of the United States of America, Donald Trump. And for whatever reason, he still got people sniffing up his ass. Just like Vince McMahon will show up on Raw. He's going to come. He's going to show up on Raw and he's going to say, forever now, together, forever, forever. And y'all will still bow in the stands. You will cheer him on. You will give him all of the accolades because white male Christian men with a lot of money are celebrated. They are the blueprint for toxic masculinity. And then you wonder why your children are confused as to how to treat women and treat other people like human beings. Because when they watch these men, there's no reason to do it. You can fuck people over and still get what you want. Integrity? Where? What does that mean? What the fuck is ethics? Who the fuck knows? What I'm not going to do is flip out and go nuts about the potential for Vince to sit back in Gorilla and call the shots in the headsets and fucking make everyone miserable again, because that is the way men like Vince McMahon and his generation functions. They don't want a comfortable workplace. They don't want employees talking to each other about their salaries. They don't want people talking about unionizing and healthcare and things that would bust their bottom line. If I hear about a stakeholder one fucking more time, stakeholders are anyone who has something to gain from the product or situation that is going on. Okay? There are stakeholders in poverty. There's stakeholders in undereducation. There's stakeholders in abortion. There's stakeholders in every industry in these United States. And from my gather, stakeholders don't give a fuck what's going on as long as they are getting paid and that's their bottom line. But his stakeholders over at WWE are fine because everything is going well. He's about to fuck up the show. And the funny thing is, and this is another podcast y'all can look out for, I just watched Monday Night Raw, and I only watched a little bit because I couldn't take it. I watched it on TikTok, so heads up, if you don't pay for cable, because who does that, you can watch Raw live on TikTok. So I got a live stream on TikTok, and Bianca Belair wasn't there. It was a mess. The way the show was moving, it was just like, what the fuck? Is Vince there now? Because it really was Vince McMahon-esque. But I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pop a blood vessel. It's to be expected. The man wasn't going nowhere far. He's old. That's what old people do. They're miserable. They're going to get their way. He got plenty of money, and it's his thing. But what I think, if I can make a prediction before I go, I think Saudi Arabia is going to make a nice poultry, offering to buy WWE. And when he accepts, Vince McMahon will be right back where he was with his company. I would even go as far as to say he's going to take the company off of public, go back private. That way, no one can tell him what the fuck to do with his employees. His independent contractors. Okay? He doesn't have to hear the shit no more. If he wants to fire who he wants to fire, he can do that. He can do it at Christmas time, Valentine's Day. He can do it at Thanksgiving. He doesn't hear no public outcry about the bullshit he does. If he wants to go in the back and pluck a young tenderoni and fuck her brains out and pass her off to his cronies and then pay her, well, actually, he don't have to pay shit because who's she gonna tell? He can do that. Saudi Arabia got all that oil money. Apparently, they have a damn near $700 billion, all in different industries, and they just put their stake in these industries and sit back and make residual money. So they'll buy it, and he'll just, they'll still run it as if it's WWE like we know. It's just that Saudi Arabia will own it. You understand? But I would like to see the dynamic of that for employees such as Sami Zayn, such as Kevin Owens, and other employees who don't go to Saudi Arabia because of Saudi Arabia's sordid, unethical behavior. How would they feel essentially working for Saudi Arabia, making the money. And then those trips, those Saudi Arabia shows, oh, they're going to be staples for real then. You can see SummerSlam may happen in Saudi Arabia if Saudi Arabia is the people that he goes with to buy it. Me, I would think the smart move, if you're going to sell, would be to be NBC Universal, because NBC Peacock already has the WWE Network. But what the fuck do I know? Right? So that's where I'm at with it. It is what it is. He said he's there, he's doing what he wants to do. Who the fuck wants to stop him? The SCE or all these other ethical checkpoints. None of them have activated. The man is there, and it's going to get worse. And we're going to see a slow decline once again. I would even see Triple H be the one to say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead about my business. Everybody thinks Stephanie's going to vote with her dad. Triple H is going to vote with Stephanie. And it's just going to be business as usual. And it's up to us as the public if we're going to roll with it or we just going to turn the TV off. I mean, I turned the TV off on Monday. It was unbearable. I couldn't sit through that. So, y'all let me know what y'all think. I am partially back. So, look out for my post. Look out for new podcasts coming up. I got a lot of content I'm working on. And follow me on Instagram so when I make a announcement, you'll know to come on over to YouTube if you're interested. Make sure you thumbs up the video and make sure you subscribe. It's free. This is Wrestling Color Podcast. Till next time. Bye.